The next favorite of this month.
I think it was the Ultra Comfort, whatever that one was.
The next favorite is why did that sound so weird? It's I was saying it backwards. I knew something was up. Oh my God, look at my eyes. Oh. No. Oh, better, okay. Hi, I'm Mallory Brooke, makeup artist and content creator here on YouTube, and today is my monthly favorites video. I've really been enjoying doing monthly favorites, especially since brands have really been releasing a lot of new, good products this year. It's really been a good year for product releases. So I've thoroughly been enjoying new products every month. So why not do classic monthly favorites? The first favorite that I've been loving this month is the Lancome Tint Adult Ultra Wear reformulated version of this foundation. I never tried the old formula. I have a full review, wear test, up close and natural light shots, end of the night shots. We put this baby through the test and I have thoroughly been enjoying this foundation, which was really a surprise to me because I really disliked I think it was the Ultra Comfort, whatever that one was, and I will put that review that I did last year up, and I had a major reaction to that foundation. But the newly reformulated Lancome Tint Adult Ultra Wear foundation is just super beautiful. My skin has not been irritated by it whatsoever, and it really reminds me of the Girl On Terracotta Le Tint. I feel like you get a little more of a glow with this foundation than you do with the Girl On Terracotta Le Tint. Both I love. They're just very different, not very different, but they're different finishes, different foundations. I like them just the same. They're both very long wearing, but if you're looking for just a touch more of a glow rather than a fully matte finish, I would say try the Lancome Tint Adult Ultra Wear reformulated foundation. But I will also put my full review of the Girl On Terracotta Le Tint in the info box below because it has been a favorite since I purchased it. And one aspect of this foundation that I really like is it has an SPF of 15, and the SPF in this foundation does not irritate my skin, which is really rare for me. So it's really been enjoyable to have that extra bit of protection on top of my daily SPF. So you get the physical barrier with the actual pigmentation and the SPF in there, and it's not irritating to sensitive, dry, breakout prone skin. Let us know though if you have tried both formulations and which one you prefer, because I have read a lot of your comments and a lot of you do like the newly reformulated Tint Adult Ultra Wear foundation. The next favorite is why did that sound so weird?
It was coming out clearly, even though it didn't sound like it.
It's the new Jones Road Bronzer Gel. This is the shade medium that you're seeing me use right now. It's the shade that I have on. I also own the shade light, but medium I really enjoy because it has a little bit of a red undertone, so it looks more like I got truly kissed by the sun. But the wonderful thing about these bronzers is that you can use them on bare skin and they look like skin on your skin. It actually looks like you got sun. There's no shimmer in there, and they kind of just settle down to a natural finish. So it actually looks like your skin is bronzed when you apply this to just naked skin, maybe some mascara and lip gloss and go. But this also layers well with different foundations, like glowy finishes all the way to matte finishes. This bronzer definitely works with all of them. It doesn't pill up. I love using it with the Jones Road The Everything brush to buff it in, and then I'll press it into my skin with a damp sponge, but you don't necessarily have to all of the time. But the way I like to apply this is when I apply it, I bring it downward in strokes and then swirl it, and this brush definitely works the Jones Road Bronzer Gel. Am I saying that correctly? Gel bronzer. I was saying it backwards. I knew something was up. But it works really well with this bronzer on bare skin as well as over coverage products, and it doesn't disturb the coverage products you have on. It is very pigmented, so watch out. It little goes a long way. It's not just like a sheer type of
you know,
natural makeup. Well, it is some natural makeup, but it's not like so sheer that it's like barely anything's there and you have to layer it. Like a drop will do you for your entire forehead and cheeks. the next favorite of this month. You guys have heard me talk about the Jones Road tinted face powders, but the one that I was using the most was untinted. So this month I started using the Jones Road tinted blush in the pink shade, and I have been setting my under eyes with it, and I feel like it just gives me the most bright and softened under eyes of my life. I have always raved about the Laura Mercier loose powder, the rose shade. It's like a little tinge of pink. I've been using that since it launched, and it's been one of my holy grail type of powders. You know, it's just something I always reach for to brighten my under eyes. The Jones Road tinted face powder in pink is just a little more pink, but it's not like it gives you a pink cast. It really just brightens and like gives vibrance for under the eyes, and it color corrects. So if you have anything else going on, darkness, you want to just bring a little life to your face, just dust a light amount of this to your face, and it will just give you kind of like that instant health look. And the powder itself, the setting powder itself, is blurring, and it's very silky. You don't feel it on your face, but it's not drying. So sometimes loose translucent powders can really feel drying and tightening. The Jones Road tinted powders, I'm gonna say blush, tinted powders are absolutely wonderful for dry skin. Ooh, I am so excited. We are here to talk about this blush. We are here in this moment right now. We made it to this point because this blush has blown me away this month. I purchased this as soon as they were launched. The By Mario Soft Pop Plumping Blush Veil. I purchased the shade Just Peachy, just kind of on a whim. I really lean more towards peachy, orangey blushes. Anything that's gonna give me warmth to my face, that's the shade I lean to. So I went ahead and purchased this, and I'm glad that I purchased this shade because I saw the other shades in store the other day, and this was my immediate favorite just upon looking at the blushes. So Just Peachy is so pretty because it gives you that orangey peach undertone, but there's a little pink in there to make you look, you know,
just a little bit like a baby doll type of pink.
I love applying this blush underneath my concealer and over my concealer. It works both ways. It can be layered. I love using a large stippling brush with this blush. It's my favorite way to apply rather than a damp sponge or any other type of blush brush. I really enjoy a synthetic stippling brush. It gives you a lot of pigmentation and a lot of coverage quickly, but I don't know about plumping, like the plumping aspects, but it does kind of like for a cream blush really perfect the skin. So I really appreciate that. And I appreciate that my hair doesn't stick to my cheeks and it's still a very glowy blush. These were definitely worth the hype. The By Mario Soft Pop Plumping Blush Veil, and my choice was Just Peachy. And I think I used a Kyra Wise blush like a couple of times this month, but every other day that I was wearing makeup, it was Just Peachy. Okay, the last makeup product before we move on to hair is kind of a classic favorite. It is, I feel like if I had one lip shade that would be my iconic look, would be the M Cosmetics Soft Velvet Blur Lip Pencil. I have raved about these since they launched, but Kitten, it's the one that I have on now and the one you're seeing me apply. It is like my actual personal lip shade, but a little bit darker. So that's why I just feel like it's so flattering with so many different types of looks, minimal makeup to full glam. I just started reaching for this again this month, and I absolutely love it. The Soft Velvet Lip Blurs from M Cosmetics really blur. It actually blurs like your lip lines. They last, you can eat. I mean, don't like guzzle olive oil and do that and expect it to last, but they last through meals, and you can blur them easily with your fingers. So you can use just a tad bit. You don't have to like go in and actually fill in your whole lip. You can line your lip, fill in your lip a little bit, and then blur it out with your finger, and you get full pigmentation. These are transfer proof. That's one thing I love about them. They're not drying feeling, but Kitten is my absolute go-to shade. And if I could have, I think, one lip color ever in like multiple different formulas, it would be M Cosmetics Soft Blur Velvet Lip Liner in Kitten. This is not the last makeup product because I have it here in my lap. The Natasha Denona Yucca palette. That's what I have on today. We just did a light kind of smoky wing with the shade Willow. It's just this shade and then the shade Komorebi in my inner corner and dusted underneath my lash line.
I have not put this palette down since I purchased it.
I have a full review and tutorial on this palette, so I will link that below, where you see swatches and I go more in depth about the palette. I absolutely love it. It is probably my favorite colorful palette I have ever personally purchased or used, so it was definitely worth the money to me. And I love colors like this anyway, but I was really surprised to fall in love with this palette like I did, because you can get neutral looks with this palette and you can get pretty bold looks, or just like kind of soft something there glam looks. And okay, come on. I just really, if you're looking for something to give you kind of a pop of color, but you don't want it to go too crazy, but you want to be able to use something that you purchase that has color in it often, you know, more often than not, the Natasha Denona Yucca palette is definitely worth it. Okay, hair stuff. This just launched, I think last month, but I purchased it immediately because I love Bumble and Bumble products. I have used them since I've used hair products pretty much, starting very young, probably like middle school, honestly. Like, I have always loved Bumble and Bumble. I love that they create products that do what they say, they perform well, and they're just overall an incredible hair brand, from the shampoos and conditioners to the styling products to the heat protectants that I've used for like 10 years. Anyway, so I have purchased their air dry cream for thin hair for years, and they just launched the Bumble and Bumble Seaweed Air Dry Cream infused with a trio of nutrient-rich seaweeds. It's a lightweight leave-in conditioner and styling cream that gives hair hold and all-day hydration. It's color safe. Yeah, infuses nourishing hydration, reduces frizz and flyaways, adds soft hold to perfect air drying day or night, plus it helps maintain an optimal scalp environment.
So yes, I do massage this one into my scalp.
The other one I don't worry about, but since this has ingredients that are soothing to the scalp and actually treat the scalp, I like to rub this in. And my hair air dries so beautifully. I have naturally curly hair, but even with the Bumble and Bumble air dry cream for thin hair, it kind of like reduces my curl. It doesn't enhance my curl, and I can brush through my hair and it looks a little more styled than just like air drying and my hair looks like I was electrocuted. I absolutely love their air dry creams, and the Seaweed air dry cream for scalp and hair, I would say, definitely has replaced the need for my beloved air dry cream for thin hair. The next hair product, I finally tried it, you guys. It's the Olaplex Purple Shampoo, number 4P, and there's my hair. I really like this. It is super, super, super effective. So it says to leave on 1 to 3 minutes. Now, I got my hair highlighted and went more golden blonde, so it's not like I want any type of ashy blonde or like to, you know, cool down the highlights that I have. I really wanted to go back to like how blonde I was when I was a kid. My natural hair color, it was a very light golden blonde, and so I just feel like it's the most flattering color on me. So I will only leave this in for a minute. Now, I have left it in for longer, and it does give me a more ashy effect, and it does take about a week to kind of fade out. But I love Olaplex products, and I love this purple shampoo because it's like, it's so dark. It's so dark, and it's a very thin formula, so it almost acts like a toner. I don't want to squeeze. I don't want to do that. Anyway, so yeah, for intense toning, leave on hair for up to 5 minutes. This will tone your hair. Be careful with it, but if you want a fast acting, like moisturizing feeling purple shampoo that kind of gives you flexibility and how toned down you want to go, how, you know, how much brassiness you want to tone down, how many, you know, golden and warm tones you want to tone down, definitely try out the Olaplex number 4P. This actually serves as an empty, but I finally ran out of this, and I feel like it's time to talk about it. I've talked about it before, but it's the Thank You Farmer Kika Cream pH Balancing Calming Moisturizer. it's completely gone. I used the last bit of it today. I love this moisturizer. It really is calming, especially when my skin is acting up and I get an autoimmune flare up. It's very soothing and very cooling, and the formula is actually very lightweight. I'd show it to you, but it's empty, and it's very affordable. It's K-Beauty skincare. It's absolutely wonderful. I love the whole line, but the Kika cream is actually like it really stood out to me in the whole thing, and I'm definitely going to repurchase this. I will have a link below to everything I'm talking about, but this you can purchase on Amazon, and I think Yes Style, I'm not sure, but if so, I will link in both places so you can choose where to shop. This was just sent to me, and it is the Versed Weekend Glow Daily Brightening Moisturizer, Vitamin C and Cloudberry Oil. I have loved Versed skincare now for a few years, especially their under eye retinol eye balm. I love that as an eye cream, especially when I'm dry and like my under eyes are looking extra crepey. But this moisturizer, I feel like it just creates like a web of moisture and glow. And one thing I love about it, I love wearing this when I'm not wearing makeup. I will reapply this during the day just because it feels so good and gives my skin that instant glow. And I absolutely love Versed because
they are very, very, very affordable.
And some of my favorite skincare products are around $15. It's insane. It does say that it protects against blue light, and it also has vitamin C, a stable form of vitamin C, which is very important because it's actually the most effective and won't kind of irritate your skin more than other vitamin C's in other skincare. Personally, I believe in blue light damage because, I mean, we have blue light blocking glasses. You know what I mean? Like, it actually changes the colors you see when you are staring at a screen, affecting your eyes all day. And I've had many conversations with my eye doctor about eye fatigue and the stress it puts on my eyes when I already have glaucoma. I actually chose not to do blue light blocking lenses this time around because my vision is like dimming. I've lost a little bit of vision again, and the blue light blocking glasses actually make the screen dimmer, and it's just really hard for me to see. So this time around, I'm like, working on a computer, I have to be able to see as much as possible, especially with editing and photo editing and things like that. So I actually went without blue light blocking. But that's why I believe in blue light damage, because
If it's affecting your eyes, it's also affecting your skin.
Speaking of glasses, June favorite, of course, are my new frames. These are the Warby Parker Winstons, and this is in Whiskey Tortoise Shell. I previously had the green version of these exact frames, and I loved the green version, but I really wanted to go a little darker, a little more grown up, and I absolutely love these. I purchased these, like last month or something. And if you're a part of the membership on this channel, thank you so much for being a part of members and supporting this channel. And I'm so glad that you guys enjoy the vlogs, but you saw me pick out the glasses, get them in the mail, and just like the effect it had on me to finally be able to see. It took about 6 months to actually get a correct prescription from any eye doctor here. So it was a kind of an emotional moment when I got these glasses. So these are definitely a favorite. So these are the Winston and Whiskey Tortoise. And then these are the Mullins. A lot of you helped me in the decision of purchasing these frames. These are the Mullins in Acorn Tortoise. And I just like that they're just a classic rectangle frame. They just look like traditional glasses, and I really like the patterning of this type of tortoiseshell. So here's the difference. They're both tortoiseshell. The Winstons are a little bit more traditional, dark tortoiseshell, and then the Mullins just have kind of like almost like oh my God, look at my eyes. Oh, you just can't make that up. That was perfect timing. This is almost more like a striping effect. So definitely a June favorite, my new Warby Parker frames with my new prescription that I can actually see out of. And currently I still don't have my new contacts, so that's why we're wearing glasses today. Thank God for this June favorite. So those are all my favorites from this month. We would love to know what you've been loving this month. Have you been loving the new launches, or have you been rediscovering some of your other favorites? I feel like this was like a good mix of that, especially with the lip color. I will have everything I talked about in the info below, listed in order of mention. And thank you guys so much for watching. Like this video so YouTube knows you like my content and you'll actually see it pop up in your feed, and subscribe if you haven't already. We would love to have you in this beautiful, positive community. And thank you so much for watching. On to next month, which is halfway through 2023. No worries, I'm here to just make you feel real good about time going by real fast. All right, you guys, for real though, aren't these frames so cute? They're so cute in so many colors. And this eye look is pretty great too. Okay, goodbye.
All right.